Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Civilized Presence. Thank you. I am just going to take a minute to share this video. Good morning. We're live here on the So Unique Experts, so I would have to share this video and get everyone to be able to see this. Just give us 1 second while I get this done. Good morning.
And your last name, sir?
Thank you so much.
And what is this in
Just
regards
1
to?
second. I'm trying to get this done.
Perfect. 1 moment, please. Allow me to see if he's available.
Great. Okay. We're almost there. Good morning, everyone. We're right here on time. And so,
1 more moment, please.
okay. Thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate you all. Thank you.
Sir, he's currently unavailable at the moment. Allow me to connect you to the
Good
voicemail with a
morning.
message, and you can leave your phone number and a good contact number.
Great. Okay.
Wonderful. You have a great rest of your day.
So let's see what happens here. I want to be sure that you can see me.
Jamie's making me sweat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's hard for me to staring at you. I'm not staring, just to make you stare. I'm trying to be like,
Just
as
1 second.
possible. As I'm like sitting here.
Okay.
Still some hands.
Great. I think you can see me now. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I am just going to share this on my Facebook page. I hope you can see me.
What's your name?
Good morning. Good morning.
Mr. Vincent is
Thank
unavailable.
you.
Is this something that his associate, Mr. Joshua
Great.
Bruce?
We're going to have fun today. We're right here on time. If you get here on time, just click and say hello. Good morning. I am so happy to have you guys here. I can see that we're jumping in. And I am using a totally different platform this morning. So just give me a minute to get this out there. And we should be ready to go. Perfect. Okay, so good morning, good morning. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, you are welcome to the Civilized Presence. It's so good to have you here. How was your weekend? I hope you're as excited and pumped as I am. Let me know where you're calling from. Okay, I can see a few of us getting on the line. Thank you so much. Good morning. This is the Civilized Presence. Please comment in the box below your name and where you're calling from. Thank you so much. Guys, this is the 27th session
And a good contact number?
of our Facebook series. I am so excited. You know, we just started in April and we are at session number 27. So if this is your very first time, we're usually here every Mondays and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Yes, we started with 7:30, but it was quite early and time didn't really work for some of our experts from all over the world. So we kind of tried on the 9:30 time for the month of July. Let's see if we're going to keep the 9:30 time. Now, guys, you can follow us on our Facebook business page on So Unique Experts. And we're also on Instagram on So Unique Experts. And if you would like to learn more about what we do, you can visit us on our website. It is www.thecivilityacademy.com. Now, if you can see me, just let me know that you can see me, guys. Just say hello in the comment box below. And if I do not respond right away, it's probably because you're not on my business page. But I will be happy to get back to that as soon as we can. Now, guys, like I said, this is session number 27. It's been, we've been paddling along since the month of April, and I've been having fun with it. Okay, so today is Monday, July the 23rd. Usually we have an expert here all the time from different parts of the world, but today is unique and different. I am the one that's training today, and I'm really excited to be training today. Yes, I am really excited to be training today. So, now if this is the first time that you're joining us, this is the Civilized Presence, and the main focus of this Facebook series is really to help restore civility through meaningful and constructive conversations. And ever since we started in April, I haven't been doing this alone. I promised you that. I have been bringing in different experts. Last week, Friday, we had Dr. Honor, and it was wow. It was so great working with civility in leadership. Now, for the month of May, we had the Global Civility Awareness Month. I don't know if you were able to be part of that, but if you are not, that's okay. For the month of June, we had the Kindness Challenge, and it was really fun. We brought in Jacqueline Moore from the Kindness community. For the month of July, what we've been doing really has been, I started with working with 25 Rules of Civility with our resource book from Dr. Fani. But today we kind of had to switch it a little bit and really get people to know what civility is and is not. So for those of you who have never met me before, or you might catch this on the replay, my name is Louisa Akaiso, and I am a certified Master Civility Trainer, a Golden Rules Civility Statesman, and a leadership expert. You want to know what I do? I work confidently with leaders and professionals who pay great importance in themselves and their reputation. And that's going to be you this morning because you made out time to be here. And even if you caught this on replay, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So you are here because you have an interest in this topic. And I know that you might have people in your network that might also be interested. And so do us a favor and just like this video. I love it. And most importantly, share it on your Facebook page, groups, and so on. You know, if you're watching this from any other page, then I might not be able to see you or your comment right away. Now, come on to our Facebook page, So Unique Experts, or my personal page, and just say hello, okay? And if you're also watching this on the rebroadcast, make sure that you comment in the box below with hashtag replay. Okay, please tag someone if they can benefit from this video. Give us a wow face at any time that you are here. And Facebook does something really great to these videos by sharing it to a lot more people, and that's what we want. We want to be able to build a community together of like-minded individuals. So like I had told you about the main focus of the Facebook series and why we started, it has really been fun. In the past, we've had a lot of people ask us questions about what civility is. How complicated, how difficult is it for one to be civil? Do you have to get trained, or is it just for some special few people on earth to be civil? So I thought it was very important for us to be able to break it down into tiny little bits. And you will come to see and know how easy it is for you to become civil. My first question for you this morning would be, when was the last time that you said, "I'm sorry," and you really meant it? Or even smile at the person next to you. This morning was really great morning for me. Usually I watch out for people and just see their reactions when I get to the office or meet them in the elevator. But this morning I saw this very beautiful lady, older lady, who held the elevator for me to walk in. I was like, wow, it's going to be a great day. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful that people are beginning to get it. Now, I know that the question on your mind really is, who is the guest for today? And I'm going to introduce her. I am the guest for today, and my name is Louisa Akaiso. I introduced myself earlier. Okay, so for this month of July, even though we started with talking about the rules of being civil, or codes of considerate conduct, but we've had other experts during this month of July. And we've had some questions coming even in the last sessions, and I kind of felt it that, people are still here and there and struggling with how can we be civil, where do we get started, we want to be part of what you're doing. And I get that. So we had to dedicate this particular session for really breaking things down and delving deep into what civility is and is not, and how you can choose to be civil. So I'm going to start by sharing with you our definition of civility, and this is the one from Civility Experts, which I'm an affiliate of, that it is a conscious awareness of the impact of one's thoughts, actions, words, and intentions on others, combined with a continuous acknowledgement of one's responsibility to ease the experience of others. Example, through restraint, kindness, non-judgment, respect, and courtesy, and a consistent effort to adopt and exhibit civil behavior as a non-negotiable point of one's character. So you can see and agree with me that it is our responsibility to continuously ease the experience of others. Pay attention to the person next to you. Apologize earnestly if you have to. Refrain from idle complaints and accept and give constructive criticism. Okay, so like I said, we're really going to get into what is civility and what it is not. Now, I want you to know that civility is focused on positive people's treatment. And really, when I say positive people's treatment, so you should be concerned about adding value to that person next to you, not really on what you're going to take personally away from the situation. Sometimes it's easy to do good if you think that good will be returned to you, but that's not what civility is. And I want you to know that it is a lot easier to teach and talk about and practice manners and our modern day etiquette than it is to practice civility. Okay? So, and we will give you a few examples that's going to help you with that. Civility really is the outcome of choosing behaviors that are congruent with your positive personal values. So let me share an example with you. I can teach you how to say sorry without explaining why it is important for you to apologize. Now, what that's going to do for you is that you will now go out into the world with an impression that you can do whatever you like, be disrespectful, be rude, and of course, when confronted, you can get away with all of that by just saying sorry. Now, that's the difference between civility, etiquette, and manners. Because with etiquette, it only kind of requires you to keep to the rules and just say sorry. Now, when you say sorry, people would refer to you as someone with good manners. But with civility, it propels you to say sorry because it is the right thing to do, and because that person is human. Another word that we're going to be working with a lot today is humankind, and I will get to that. Doing good because that person is human, and it is the right thing to do without expecting anything in return. Civility requires your conscience. Civility compels you to do the right thing because it is right to do so without expecting anything in return. Okay? Civility is about being accountable of the outcomes of whatever actions or choices that we make. Civility is about connecting in a human way with other people. So I'll ask you a question this morning. What are you doing to connect with the people around you? Thank you so much for joining, guys. I just cannot see who's on the line because we're using a totally different platform and I am the one training here. So I really cannot go back and forth, but I love you. Thank you for being here. And I will acknowledge you as soon as I can do that. Now, people feel valued, okay, and powerful when they're respected. So civility or being civil lifts people up. because you make them feel valued, you make them feel respected. Let me share with you a quote from Samuel Johnson, and this states that when once the forms of civility are violated, there remains little hope of return to kindness or decency. So, civility is contained within the box of kindness. Okay? In order for you to be civil, you have to be comfortable showing kindness or treating the other person, the person next to you, with a kind heart. The effects of our words and deeds, that is the way that we treat people and how we say what we say to people, ripple far beyond the person next to you. If you are uncivil to someone, expect that she will pass it on. And if you're civil and kind to someone, over time, they will learn how to pass it on too. So this simply means that civility is about human kindness. Human kindness is a new word for a lot of us. And I'm going to explain to you what human kindness means. Human kindness means being humankind really is doing what will ease, the experience of other people simply because you choose love and your humanness compels you to do so. And I'm going to repeat that. Being humankind is doing what will ease the experience of others simply because you choose love and your humanness compels you to do so. I'm so sorry we have so much messages jumping in at the same time, but I hope that this does not distract us from doing what we have to do. Now, human kindness enables us forgiveness, okay? And to acknowledge that each of us have our own struggles. Some could be known struggles, some unknown struggles, and we are each doing the very best that we can with the knowledge that we have and the truth and the support system that we have. So when you're humankind, you find that you stay away from judgment. You're able to stay out of the mindset of judging people easily. Human kindness enables you to pay attention to the next person. When you are humankind, or being humankind simply means that you have a heart and you're using it. Because I know you're going to say everyone has a heart, but are you using your heart? Are you treating people the way they would love to be treated? Are you able to apply the golden rule? So another big question I have for you is, why should we choose civility? Or why shouldn't you choose civility? The main reason why you should choose civility is because the world needs a change. And if there's any time that the world has ever needed some kind of change or positive move, is now. But you know what? The change must begin with you and me. The change cannot come from me alone. Now, have you considered how many symptoms of incivility that you might have experienced in your home or in the media, the community, amongst our leaders in the past week? Let's even just have a look at the past week. Every time that you turn on your TV, you are so afraid of what's going to pop up. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel these days. As soon as I turn off my TV, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot of rudeness showing up. We do not even know what to allow our children to have access to anymore. So much incivility in the media, amongst our leaders, so much is almost becoming a norm. So research has shown us that social capital, health, and profitability in business can increase if we choose civility. So those are major reasons why we should choose civility. Now, we all have to take responsibility to be the change that we want to see in the world. The change must begin with you and me. The next question would be, are you civil? I know that's a very difficult question for some of us. Or you might be saying, oh yes, Louisa, I'm civil. That's okay. Now, Leo Tolstoy quotes that everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. So the first thing that might have come to your mind as soon as I asked that question is, of course I know I'm civil, because we all always think that we are at our best behavior every time until somebody points it out to us. So take a minute to think and look closely into how you treat other people. Take a minute to look into how you've made the next person feel. And I know that some really hard truths might emerge and you might begin to feel uncomfortable, and that's fine. We are not here to judge you, and it is not too late to begin to be civil. The important thing is that you are aware of where you are, your present state at this time, before we can begin to make the changes that we have to make. Now also, if you are struggling with finding out if you're actually civil, I can help you by going through a few questions with you. Now, for example, if you find yourself saying, what should I be looking for, Louisa? I think I've been of my best behavior 100% of the time. I'm going to ask you, do you talk down on other people? Or do you pass a blame when you know clearly that you've contributed to that mistake? Do you belittle others verbally or non-verbally? Like the young people will roll their eyes and wink at you? Or do you pay little attention or show little interest in others' opinions and kind of shut them down? I don't want to hear what you have to say. I think I'm always right. Do you speak unkindly to other people? Do you judge people who are different from you? When I say different, I mean in terms of culture, their values, their race, and so on. Or can you think of a time when you made an assumption about a person and realized later that you had made a mistake? And you know what? The list can continue on and on and on. Now, incivility is caused by a variety of factors. The main or biggest factor that, triggers incivility is stress. Sometimes when we're stressed, we just snap at the next person. We don't think about our actions. Another thing could be low social intelligence. Another main reason would be cross-cultural incompetence. Last week we learned from Coach Eric talking about cross-cultural incompetence. If you do not understand the culture of the other person, cultural diversity just triggers people and makes people behave differently. And another reason might be non-awareness. If you're not just aware of the right thing to do, and that's why you have to hang on tight on the sessions every Mondays and Fridays, because there's so much for you to learn. Now, how can we choose civility? Choosing civility, if you saw our post, and that's what we're doing today, choosing civility. How can we choose civility? Choosing civility simply means having the courage to consider how your actions impacts other people and the world. That's doing the right thing even when it is not convenient for you to do so. Choosing civility requires taking responsibility to ease the experience of others and acknowledge that everyone deserves respect. Choosing civility means having the courage to expend your time, money, energy in order to be civil. So I mean being able to choose to give out your time, your resources, kindness and love with no expectations. I'm going to share with you a quote from James Miles, and he nicely puts it as, you can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for him. When the person next to you has nothing to offer, are you still ready to show kindness? Choosing civility is staying committed to the cause. It's not going to be easy. Making sure that it goes through, no matter how challenging it might be. Ignoring every form of societal levels. Just pull up your sleeves and make it happen. Being a practitioner of civility. Now, how can you start today to foster civility in your home, in your workplace, in your community? I am here to help you. The first step would be even just learning how to say please and thank you. Adopting kind gestures. Making positive choices can really change our world. But what's always the most difficult step is to choose to do so. I want you to know that making the right choices is not just going to happen. It requires taking intentional actions. So, I will recap all that we've learned today. That civility is focused on positive people's treatment. How you take responsibility to ease the experience of the person next to you. Causes of incivility, stress, cross-cultural incompetence can be a huge factor. Non-awareness. And if you are not aware, we're not here to judge you. You can be here with us every Mondays and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also send me a message if you're interested in one of our trainings. And how can we begin today? By adopting those kind gestures. By learning how to say please and thank you. Maybe even smiling to the person next to you. Or sharing a word of compliment. Seek out to make positive choices or take positive choices. It is not just going to show up. It's not just going to happen. You have to be intentional about it. Okay? And together, we can make the world a better place. I know it's been a long lesson, but I hope that you did enjoy this lesson. Thank you so much, RC Claire from Malaysia. I can see you because you liked the video. And thank you for all the shares. And we want more and more people to be able to share this on their Facebook page. Share this on your Facebook page. Like us. Give us some love. We really appreciate you. And together we can do this. We can change the world. Now I have some announcements just before we get this session ended. If you do have a question, pop it in the comment box below. If I don't see it right now, I will get back to it. Because we are broadcasting today from our So Unique Expert business page. And sometimes when we do that, I really cannot see your comments right away. But I do appreciate that, and I will be happy to go back to those comments and questions and answer them. So moving along, we would like to stay within our Facebook page, that we'll be sharing very soon. We're trying to transit from the So Unique Experts page to the Civility Academy page, and we would do that in the month of August. And I would let you know. So when you have a moment, take a chance to like our page so that you're not left out. And please also like us on Instagram. We are beginning to transit into that. Now, we have a few trainings that are coming up that I want you to know about so you don't miss out. First of all, I'm going to start with the free stuff, which is the Girl Blaze program for ages 5 to 8. And we will be using the Golden Rule curriculum for this program. This program is totally free. You do not have to pay. The only thing that is required of you is to register your child who is aged between the age of 5 to 8 for this program. I will be sharing the link later on today, and you can click on the link and register your child. And this training and program would be live on YouTube. So it would be great to have your kids come over to YouTube, to our channel on YouTube, and be able to learn something positive. Some of the topics that we'll be working with during that training would be kindness, courage, the art of first impression, and just good manners. And I think that's a really good start in building the confidence of a child. Now, I want you to know that Civility Academy is also receiving contributions from our viewers, and I just want to say thank you so much, Mr. Stafford from Panera Bread, and they reached out to us to be able to offer food and pastries for people in the DMV area. And if you would like pastries and food distributed to your organization, or if you have a group of the less privileged, we would be happy to support them. So thank you so much, Mr. Safford. And I also want you to know that we have a Train the Trainer program for Virginia for individuals and professionals that are interested in gaining a certification in civility at work or courtesy coach. So courtesy coach is civility for the young people, learning how to become, if you want to become a confidence, courage, and courtesy coach to be able to work with young people, please send me an email at louisa@thecivilityacademy.com. You can also visit our website at www.thecivilityacademy.com to learn more about what we do. And if you do catch this on a replay, please leave your comment in the box below, and we will be happy to have a look at it, respond to questions that you might have. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. It's the top of the hour, and if you have made out time to be here, I can see that we have people online, but I just cannot really see who they are right now. Now, just leave a comment in the box below, say hello, click on like, share us, and I will be happy to recognize you very soon, in a couple of minutes. We are broadcasting today from our Facebook business page, So Unique Experts, and this is what happens when we broadcast from the So Unique Facebook page. We might not be able to see things right away. So it's the top of the hour. Thank you so much for making our time to be here. I really do appreciate you guys. You will have this video on our Facebook business page, So Unique Experts, and also on our YouTube channel. If you missed the live session, you can have access to it there, or you can copy the link and still share it on your page. Now, thank you so much, guys, and have a fantastic week ahead. Thank you. See you on Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Bye for now.